Hola fool, it's your friendly neighborhood Mexican Spider-Man, Papi Diego. And today guys, we're going over 6 reasons why you are losing your ranked games. Last video did absolutely amazing, so if you didn't see that video, make sure you go check that one out. And if you're new here, make sure you get ready for something long and lengthy. That sounded really wrong. Because here on the Papi Diego channel, we do long form educational content. So grab some food or just play me in the background because you're about to get hit up with some knowledge chat. By the way, I am doing a battle pass giveaway on the 15th, so make sure you follow my Twitch to join in. Now, the first reason why you're not winning your ranked games is you're not peeling for your supports. And just in case you guys don't know what peeling means, I'm gonna give you a real educational definition. Turn the fuck around. How many times have you heard your tank say, guys, I need healing, and then your supports say, sorry, this Black Panther has been up in our face for the last 20 minutes. If you are a Vanguard player or DPS player and you're not turning around to kill that Black Panther, you're doing exactly what that Black Panther wants you to do. That enemy Black Panther, to have a successful dive, has to use his team's pressure to distract you, the Vanguard or the Duelist, so while you're distracted, he can go ahead and destroy your backline. That is literally the entire job of a dive hero. So if you can disrupt that by just getting one Duelist to look at him, you will put you and your supports at a significant advantage. Remember, your supports are the entire lifeline on the battlefield. Without your supports, your entire team is cooked. You can win a game off of one tank. You can win a game off of one Duelist, but you cannot win a game without 2 supports. You have to value your supports' lives tremendously. And if there's an enemy Psylocke or a Black Panther diving your backline, he is the freest kill for your entire team if they just collapsed onto him. Because a dive hero's positioning in order to be effective is to be on enemy territory. If you look at your game at a bird's eye view, there's a specific line that when crossed, it is your territory. These dive heroes are always going to be in your territory, which means they are free kills if all of you were to turn around. Now, of course, you're not going to kill this diver every single time, but simply doing enough damage to him where he has to back off completely ruins his dives and he has to wait for his cooldowns to come back. Sure, that hero is doing a bunch of damage, but he's not doing anything for his team if he's not getting picks. Also, if you're a strategist main watching this video, you need to be using your microphone, because if the enemy is diving you, you need to voice this out for your team. Your Duelist and your Vanguards are not going to help you if you're not voicing that you're getting dove. And there are too many times where I see strategists complain that they're getting dove by a Black Panther, yet they never asked for help until they're already dead. Which this brings me to my next reason why you're losing your games, and that is communication. How many times have you played Marvel Rivals ranked and just nobody is talking? If you're watching this video, I need you to be talking in your microphone every single second of the match. There's only 3 reasons why most people don't use their microphone, and it's 1, because they're shy, 2, they don't want to get flamed, and 3, they probably just don't have a mic, which then you're excused. But if you have a working microphone, which most of y'all do, you need to be using your microphone and not just talking, but actually giving good call outs, and this is what this whole segment is about. The most common call out I hear is people saying that an enemy is low. Oh, the Psylocke is low, Mantis is low, Luna is low, which is a good call out, but there's better ones to be said. For example, instead of saying the Luna is low, start saying, I'm focusing the Luna. Look at the Luna. I'm shooting the Luna. Why wait until the Luna Snow is half HP when you can tell the entire team that you're focusing the Luna at the very beginning? This gives your entire team a little bit more time to locate that Luna Snow, so then when you start shooting at her, she's not getting shot by just you, she's getting shot by your entire team. And you want to be saying this especially when heroes are out of position. For example, Iron Man, Psylocke, Black Panther, these are all heroes that play a little bit farther away from their team. And with that Iron Man Bruce Banner buff, you better be calling out the Iron Man. Iron Man is very hard for the enemy team to heal because he's typically out of line of sight. Therefore, you and your team should have one of the easier times to kill the Iron Man than anybody else, which might be hard to believe because I feel like nobody shoots Iron Man, but the reason why no one shoots him is because nobody sees him. But if you see him, call him out early, so hopefully one of your teammates will focus him with you. Now, if you're playing dive heroes, like for example Venom, making these early callouts are very important, because when you're diving as Venom, you can tell your team who exactly you're diving. Hey guys, I'm diving the Luna in 3, 2, 1. I'm diving the Luna. Look at the Luna. She's half HP. Now she's dead. If you're playing Vanguard or Duelist, you should be telling your team everything that you're doing, because this is a team-based shooter. Taking 1v1s in a team-based shooter, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's much easier to get kills when multiple heroes are doing damage on one person. If you want to take out enemy heroes by yourself, then go play Valorant. This simply just isn't the game for you. This is a team-based shooter where you're gonna have more consistent success by working as a team and focusing one hero at a time than just trying to go for 1v1s all day. Now, of course, 1v1s are going to happen, and there's gonna be games where it feels like you're just picking off the team one by one by yourself, but that is not a consistent mindset to think of in these ranked games, because the higher rank you go, people's brains actually start working, supports actually start healing, and once you start to realize that your own damage is not enough, you will just start buying new keyboards because you'll be smashing all of them because you can't kill anything. How many times have you had games where you just can't kill anything? And this all comes from communication. It is so important. Now, the third reason why you're losing your games is you are not timing enemy ultimates. How many times have you played Duelist and you get your ultimate and you just can't wait to get the juicy TikTok clip killing 4 of the enemy team, just for all of that to be ruined by a Luna Snow having a rave in the middle of the match? You guys should know at the back of your hand when those defensive ultimates are ready. Now, the best defensive ultimates are from Luna Snow, Mantis, and Cloak and Dagger. These 3 strategists can get their ultimates literally by the end of the first fight of the game. And if that first fight lasts long enough, they can have that ultimate on the first fight. We're talking like in 40 to 50 seconds, they will get those ultimates. So if you're either Vanguard or Duelist, you have to keep in mind, when did the enemy supports use their ultimates? And if you don't know, you can easily ask your teammates, did Luna use their ult? Did Mantis use their ult? Or so on and so forth. And this also applies with other ultimates, like for example, Doctor Strange. The enemy Doctor Strange can win an entire team fight if you don't realize when his ultimate is up. Now, predicting when these enemy ultimates are going to be used is not only for Vanguards and Duelists, but it's also for supports as well. If you're a strategist main, you have to keep in mind, when are these offensive ultimates going to be used? As a strategist, you have to counter these offensive ultimates, and as soon as you hear by the eye of avocado, you have to just press your Q and start dancing around in a rave. So for my strategist mains, you have to keep in mind of offensive ultimates. For my Duelist and Vanguard mains, you have to keep in mind of defensive ultimates. Now, the fourth reason why you're losing all of your ranked games is you're not understanding when to give space and when to take space. If you don't know about this concept, it basically means moving forward or moving backwards. When you and your team push forward, everything behind you is considered your space. In every single game, you have an imaginary line. Now, there are certain times where you should push out of it to extend this space, or to retreat and to fall back. We're gonna talk about giving space first, because I feel like this is the most common mistake that most people make, and that is simply just not knowing when to fall back. If you simply hear, "It's the grand finale," or if you hear, that is your cue to run and hide, because with a Star-Lord ult, there really isn't any way to stop it unless the entire team goes and shoots at him. But in solo queue, most people don't do that, so it's better off to just, hey, screw the team and just go hide in a corner somewhere. And a Luna Snow ult is a literal free taking space machine. The enemy team can push you full-heartedly without a worry in their mind, because they are getting pumped with heals every second, and you can't do much about it unless there are enemies outside of the ult that you can pick off of, which does happen 50% of the time. But the other 50% of the time, it doesn't hurt to give them some space so you can kind of wait out that Luna Snow ult. Another time you should be giving up space for the enemy team is when you start looking at the top right of your screen and you see at least 2 people dying on your team. If your team becomes a 4v6, it isn't losable, but if those 2 people that died is your supports, at that point you might as well back up and reset for your team. If you lose 1 tank and 1 duelist, as long as you have another tank, you could still push forward on this and still go with the 4v6. It'll just require your duelist and your tank to kind of pop off and get some kills. Taking space in general requires you to assess the situation and to see what you have. You're losing teammates, you back up. If your full team is here, you move forward. And that brings us to taking space. If you have 3 ultimates and one of them being a Luna Snow ult, you might as well start pushing forward and playing more aggressive, because you have that Luna Snow ult in case anything goes bad. If you have a Psylocke ult, your Psylocke can and flank the back line. And once the enemy team hears that, they go in panic mode, so you can start pushing forward and pressuring them even more. And now once that space is created, if you're on domination, this can easily win you the point, or on convoy, this helps you push the convoy even more. And also you want to be looking at the top right of your screen to see the kill feed, because any kills that your teammates get is a signal for you to move forward. Now, the fifth reason why you are losing all of your ranked games is because you're not taking any breaks. If you lost 3 games in a row, you should be taking a break. And if you continue to do so and you keep on losing, this is what you call tilt queuing. Tilt queuing is just queuing over and over and over again because you just want that glorious diamond rank that you've always wanted, and you're just so desperate to have it. But my friend, you are sprinting in something that should be a marathon. This is a marathon, not a sprint. Getting to the rank that you ever so desire, whether it's diamond, gold, platinum, whatever it may be, this is going to take you time, and you are battling a bunch of bad habits that you are doing, which for the human brain, it takes a lot of time for these bad habits to go away. And you continuously queuing and not fixing anything that you're doing is you not acknowledging that you have a problem. If your whole desire and happiness revolves around you getting gold, diamond, I'm sorry to tell you, but you're not gonna last very long in this game. If you don't love the process of improvement, you're not gonna love the joy of getting whatever it is rank you want. Instead of just queuing again after 3 losses in a row, you can just go into the history tab, rewatch those 3 games, and reassess, why are you losing these games? What is it that you're doing wrong? What is it that you can improve upon? So when you lose those 3 games, take a shower, go outside, do something. I personally take showers before I play comp. It gets me in the good headspace, the good vibe, and also it wakes me up so I'm physically more alert while playing the game. So if you're mentally drained from those losses, go take a shower, go get some food, call up your baby mama and ask her to lower the child support payments, you know, do something else. Now, the 6th reason why you're losing your ranked games is that you care too much about your stats. And I'm here to tell you, stats don't matter. Your healing, your damage, your mitigation, all of that does not matter. You could have gotten tons of damage, but that doesn't matter if you were just shooting at the tank the entire time. You could have got the most healing in the game, but okay, you were probably heal botted. The context of those heals, those kills, those damage, all of that matters. So one statistic you can be objectively clear on is your deaths. You can have 30 kills in a game, but if you got 15 deaths, then what's the point? Sure, you got MVP and you got the most kills in the game, but you still died 15 times. If you have anything more than 9 deaths, you should be reevaluating yourself, VOD review, and see why exactly you died so many times. Going 20 kills and 2 deaths is more valuable than going 30 and 15. It is much easier to coach somebody that is too passive than it is to change the bad habits of somebody who is being too aggressive. So the next time you get mad at a teammate for not performing well because of their stats, just think about the context on why exactly this person was struggling. These are real people with real feelings and with real families, not just numbers on a screen. So value them the same way how you value yourself. And if you made it this far into the video, man, you know what to do. If there's anything specific you want me to go over in these videos, make sure you leave a comment down below and I'll gladly make a long form video on it. Thank you guys for the love that you showed on the last video. The last video absolutely went insane. I kind of went out on a limb on that video, not really sure what the response was going to be, and the amount of love that you guys shown on that and the amount of new people that came from that is absolutely insane. And I will continue to make content like this as long as you guys are enjoying it. Anyways, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace!